Brand is stunning.
Oh, thank you so much.
We met on the Honey Birdette shoot.
That was such a fun week. Paris. Yeah, so I was part of the lingerie team for I think like 6 or 7 years. So much fun, like traveling for the shoots and stuff. And then I moved to LA with them for a while, and I left just before COVID. It kind of just gave me a bit of time to like reset and be like, what do I want to do? Where do I want to go? What's important to me? I think it was really important to like keep myself stimulated during lockdown. I was back with my parents. I was like, I need something to kind of keep me focused, to focus on the next step. And that's kind of when Harlan came about. It had always definitely been like my long-term goal of a good moment to kind of start that and put it all into action. And yeah, it's definitely turned out for the best. I'm really happy.
Yeah.
He just wants to be like wearing color and like outside and just enjoying life. And I think that was important to me, especially like the world is in kind of a moment right now where you don't know if you're going to be going out. So it's nice to sort of invest in something that you could wear out and feel beautiful in at an event. But if you want to wear it around the house, that's fine too. And it's comfortable and it's easy to wear. You can throw it on top of anything. And that was really important to me when I was designing. So all my bikinis are made from post-consumer bottles. So recycled bottles that have been like used by people. They're all turned into the fibers that make up the fabric. So, and it's the same with like the linings. 100% of the swimwear fabric is recycled. And then the outerwear, the resort wear, some of it's recycled, some of it is natural fibers. But they were still made from natural fibers and they were recycled, and all of the dyes are all super bright, all the colors are really bold, but it's all like environmentally friendly dyes. And I wanted to make sure that like with my brand I wasn't really like adding to the problem. And that was something that was sort of big in my research when I was launching the brand. But I'm so happy I've managed to find these like beautiful fabrics. They're so soft and beautiful, and it's all like ethically made.
I just cannot explain how soft the material is.
I just want to be surrounded by like color and happiness and brightness all the time. And so I had a big focus on just like print, clashing colors, kind of a bit of nostalgic vibe. It's got like a bit of retro in it. And I think everyone kind of loves that right now. Everyone's kind of thinking about how things used to be. And, you know, I think it's nice to have that kind of just bright, retro, happy vibe. So that's what I was really going for with my first collection. I think my second collection's coming out soon too. So I hope that's captured the same kind of feeling. The pieces that people like particularly responded to, like the palazzo pant, it's super just like a simple wide leg pant, but it's just so comfy. And people really responded to it. I think because you can just wear it literally anywhere, like during the day, or you can pop it with heels during the night. I'm so happy I found it. I spent a long time kind of sourcing my fabrics. A bit of, I've got some more of this fabric, and I've also got just slightly heavier for next spring as well. It's the same, it's still made from viscose and it's still a satin, but it's something that you could wear more in a trans-seasonal way if you wanted to wear it with a jacket like in winter and stuff. It makes people happy. It's not doing any damage to the environment, which is a big thing when you're working in fashion, because usually you work for other companies and it's hard because you have to, you know, work with their manufacturers and their fabrics and what they want to do. And it was hard because it's so important to me, like creativity and all of that. So it's nice that I'm kind of in control of everything I'm using now. And, and yeah, I really love that.
It's nice, and it must feel so much more fulfilling knowing that you've brought this vision to life.
Thank you. I would eventually love to do some stuff for men as well. Obviously, when you're starting a brand, you have to like start small, but a lot of my male friends, they always like, because I'm just like living in it now, and they'll always feel my shirts and stuff and be like, when are you releasing a men's line? So that's definitely like next on the list.
You could
Thank
have as
you.
like a pet
Yes.
pride, but also like as a headband.
Yes, I love that. Definitely. So many friends who would be like forcing their boyfriends to match them for events. So I think that would be great.
Just looking at the colors makes you feel happy, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So I'm like surrounded by color where I live. It's so important to me. And the Harlan clothes is you don't have to wear, like, obviously it's very bold, and if you don't want to go bold head to toe, you can just wear a little bit of it. You know, you can wear one of the tops with some plain jeans and some sneakers. Like, it doesn't have to be so over the top, but it's always nice to just have, you know, a little bit of color, a little bit of happiness.
it's so
Yes, yeah.
yeah.
Oh, I love that you love it. That makes me so happy.
I
And
really
it's nice that it's warm enough over there to wear it, because in Australia it's just not at all.
hot.
Yeah, I was talking to my cousin and she was saying how warm it was. I was like, that's a normal Australian day. We're all jealous of you right now.
And in fact, on one day I went to get a coffee and I got so burnt just from being out for less than
You're
an hour.
kidding.
I got back, I actually put loads of like after sun, just like put it all on my bed. So my bed was almost like soaking in after sun and then just like laid on like trying to keep cool and just so
Oh, you're
hot.
kidding. I
But
know we read things like that, like in Australia at the moment, we're getting like lots of like social media and news articles, like things exactly like that. Like, I went to get coffee and I got burned, and we're just like, that is adorable. The heat wave over there and how everything's being handled, and we're like, oh my gosh, we all want to fly over there right now. But poor thing. Well, at least you have some good bikinis to.
honestly, thank you so much. I cannot thank you enough for
Oh,
sending.
of
Like
course.
when you said, "Oh, I'm sending you some," so I did not expect.
I was trying to think. I was like, what would she look amazing in? And then I was just like, everything. I just need to send everything. So
Everything fits really perfectly as well.
coming from like a lingerie background, fit is so important with all of that stuff. It's like 50% of the job, you know. So it's really important to me that everything had like the thicker lining, and it was all made to support people and make them feel good. You know, I don't want anybody to put on Harlan stuff and feel like it's not flattering them, feel like they're not, you know, that they don't feel as confident in it. So it was really important to me, especially with the recycled fabrics, to make sure that they were like thick enough and supportive enough. So quite curvy. And swimwear shopping was always just like, I guess, quite daunting for me, because I love like colors and brightness and excitement, but the industry isn't necessarily sort of set up for that. Important to me that everybody could wear Harlan and everybody could just feel like fun and happy and loud in it if they wanted to. So at the moment, I'm only going up to an extra large, but I have very near future plans to expand that. So at the moment, I'm extra small to extra large. Um, just because, you know, being a new business, it's hard. You kind of have to see where your customer is sitting, what they're liking, get their feedback. And obviously when you do a new size, there's sort of a minimum amount that you have to do in that range. So I did extra small to extra large, and I was so happy, like the amount of interest in the extra larges that I got. And so next season I'm definitely planning to sort of expand that as the company grows. And then yeah, eventually, you know, in the next year or two, I would really just love to have like a completely size inclusive range. So that's what I'm working towards. A lot of customer feedback, which has been really great. And eventually I'm hoping that you'll be able to kind of buy some of swimwear the same way you would buy your bras, because that's something that I just personally always struggled with. And I know I've had a few friends that have been the same. So that's kind of what I'm working towards. But at the moment, it's sort of an extra small to extra large size range. I think it's important that everything can kind of be adjusted to fit different body shapes. And yeah, that was something I was really thinking of when I was designing as well. So even my dresses, like all the straps have extra buttonholes at the back for the straps so you can like shorten them and lengthen them and all of that. When I'm designing, start with the colors. I feel like that's what inspires me. And so I started with the prints, and the colors and everything. And once I had all of that, I was like, now I can work on like the shapes and the design. I think something about Harlan is that everything is always going to start with like the colors and the prints, and it's always going to start from like what is just going to make people happy to look at. I make sure my prints are just like they're exciting to look at and they make you smile, and then I work from there.
How did you come up with the name Harlan?
Harlan, I've always, it's so funny, I always just loved that name. I don't even remember where I first heard it, but ever since I was young, I was just like, if I have a kid, I'm going to call them Harlan. And I just loved it. Yeah. And I feel like it's just,
Mm.
I can't even explain it. It was just something about the name. It wasn't too feminine, but it's just fun and it's easy. And I just, something drew me to that. I must have like met someone called Harlan when I was younger or something. But I always said if I had a kid, I would call it Harlan. And then I was like, I guess it's made sense for me. And yeah, I guess the brand's kind of my first baby. So it had to be called Harlan. Ready to tell everyone, be happy, be proud of yourself. It's a hard time. And if you're taking little steps, that's amazing. People need to be kinder to themselves.
We look after ourselves like we would our child. Do the best you can, and that's okay, and it will fall into place.
Treat yourself how you would your child. That's beautiful. And it's so true. Love that. I'm hoping to get over there while it's still kind of warm. I'm going to visit my manufacturer, small ethical factory in Bali. And they're just amazing. Everything they do is it's all environmentally friendly. All of their fabrics are eco-friendly, and I've been working really closely with them. So I'm popping over there next month, which is going to be so nice. I'm so excited just to meet everyone I've been working with. Usually, when I've been working in the industry, I visit the manufacturers I work with quite often, but obviously I haven't been able to with COVID restrictions. So I'm really excited just to get over there and meet everybody that I've been like talking to for the past year. So that will be great. And then hopefully I'll have a bit of time to pop over to the UK and Italy and see some family after that. But we'll see how I go. Come to Bali. I'll be there next month. So.
I love Bali so much.
I know, I was thinking that. I know we've spoken about Bali, but I should text Jerry, see if she wants to like Bali with me.
Oh my love. Thank you so much. Honestly, it's been so lovely to chat to you.
Of course, it was so nice to see you. Come and visit soon. But no, it was amazing to talk to you. And I've been watching your other podcasts and it's been so nice to watch. So thank you for having me.
No, thank you, babe. So thank you for sending your beautiful swimwear.
You're so sweet.